if you guys are sleeping already or not. So today I've already shown the outfit I'm making on my thumbnail. So this is the measurement I'm working with: breast measurements, breast point, under bust, waistline, down waist, hip, half length, shoulder, sleeve length, and the full length of the top. So with this now, I'll just go ahead and start cutting. So the first thing here is to get the full length of the top, which is 24 inches that we have there. I don't know what's wrong with this tape. Anyways, I'm just going to use it like that so it doesn't waste our time. So from here, I'll be using this upper place of this tip at the tip of the pattern paper as my shoulder line. I'm not going to be drafting any line again. So from there, I'll be getting our vertical lines. We're getting the vertical lines right now. So from the upper part, from the top, you get the 9 inches for your chest line. The breast point is 11. Her breast point is 11, while her under bust is 14. Then her half length 17, and the full length of the blouse is 24. But we'll be adding just 1.5 inches to it, which will be 25 and a half. Right, so these numbers that I have here, I'll go ahead and fill them somewhere here as well. 9, 11. Oh no, my light is off already. 9, 11, 14, 17, and 25 and a half. So right now I'll just go ahead and connect the lines. You guys remember that this first 9 inches line is the chest line, while this one is the breast point line. Then here we have the under bust. Here is the half length, while this one is the full length. So I think I should just label these things: chest line CH, chest line, this is BP, breast point, this is under bust UB, while this is half length, or you call it the waistline. So here now is the full length of the top. Okay, that's the last line that we have down here, is the full length of the top. Let me get right. Okay, so I just went to fix the lines. So now we have these things already: chest line, breast point, under bust line, half length, and then the full length of the top. Remember that this full length of the top, we added 1.5 inches. The full length we are using is 24 plus 1.5, that's 25. Alright, so after that, the next thing now is to divide the shoulder. This place is the shoulder. So I'm just going to write SHLO as the shoulder. I told you guys that I will not be doing any line here. I'll just be using this tip, the tip of this place, as the shoulder. So the shoulder divided by 2 plus half inches. Okay, so right here her shoulder is 17, divided by 2 is going to give us 8 and half. That's 8.05. 8.05. So this 8.05 that I have here on the shoulder, I'm going to mark it on this chest line as well. I just hope I'm audible enough. But if I'm not audible, you guys, I don't know how we are going to do that now because I'm not looking at the camera. So I'm going to connect these two lines together, the one at the shoulder with the one we have at the chest line. We're going to connect the both of them together, and then on that same shoulder you come down with 1 inches on your shoulder as well. You come down with 1 inches, and then you go out with half inches. You guys remember I told you I'm just going to use this place because this tape, I don't know what's wrong with this tape. It's not straight. So I'll just be using this half, from this half to this 1 inches. That's what I'll be using. So I'll get the complete half inches. So this is the half inches I added for the shoulder. That's the allowance for the shoulder. And then on the neckline, I'm doing 3 3 because when you look at the neckline, it went round and then there's a little bit something on it. So I'll be doing 3 for the neckline, 3 down and 3 upwards. 3 down and 3 side. At the side, 3 as well. So now you're just going to go ahead and connect this. I don't have all my French curve here, so I'll just be doing this with my hand. You can actually go ahead and get your French curve and then curve it. So this is for the neckline of the front. Then from this tip now, from this 3 inches neckline, you go ahead and connect it to this half inches that you have here. So you guys can see what we have here. The shoulder is done. So the next thing now is to get the middle point of this place. I have 8.2 here. So the middle point is definitely 4.1. So on this middle point, I'll be going in with half an inch as well. Half an inch on the middle point that you have there. So you go in with half an inch, and then on this place you come out with 1 inches, like the space in between when you curve your armhole, there should be a space of 1 inches left on it when you curve your armhole. That's if you do not have your French curve with you. You can just give a space of 1 inch. From this 1 inches, I'll connect to this half that is inside, and then from that half, I'll now connect to this other half that is outside. So this is what we have now. The next thing is to start dividing the body circumference, which I'll be doing a sap. The chest line divided by 4 plus 2 inches. You guys remember, but I'll not be adding any inches here because this is just the pattern paper. When I'm transferring to the fabric, I'll now start adding them. Or probably I'll still add them, but I don't know yet because I want to cut the front and the back on this pattern paper. So the bust divided by 2 by 4 is going to give us 10.1. So this for the bust. You guys know we are not dividing anything on the breast point line. You already know that. So on the under bust line, you're going to be dividing your under bust measurement. That's round your under bust after your breast. Immediately after your breast, round your breast, like under your breast. So that's what you'll be dividing here on the under bust line. So you divide by 4 as well. 8.2. I have 8.0. And then her down waist, she actually wants something more like a corset that will be at the back. So it's going to that more like we're going to tie the inside and then we'll be putting zip. Alright, but I'll just use her normal tummy measurement to cut it. So when I'm sewing it, I'll now reduce the down waist. I'll now reduce her tummy, that's the waist. I'll reduce it to the snatched one. So what we have here is also 8.2. And then on this place now, before I get here, I'm going to be dividing, that's for the hip. I'm going to be dividing her hip. Don't divide it immediately directly on this line. Just go up a bit. I'll just be dividing, that's 11.75. I have 11.75 there. 11.75. I'll go ahead to connect. Basically her body measurement you get. So I'm also going to go ahead and draft that of the back before, or okay, let me just finish with the front, then I'll draft the back by the side as well. So on this line that you have here, before you start cutting out on this breast point line, you guys remember we did not divide anything on this line. I'm going to divide the bust pan. Bust pan is your nipple to nipple, that's from one of your breasts to the other breast. So from your nipple to nipple straight like this. When you're measuring like this from this nipple to the other nipple. So when you measure it, you divide it by 2. So hers divided by 2 is going to give us 4 because it's 7. I added 1 inches for the sewing allowance. You guys remember we used to add 1 inches for sewing allowance. So her own is 4 inches plus the 1 inches. So 4 inches. I'm marking for all through down. And connect the lines like this. So on this same breast point line, you're not doing anything here. You come down to this under bust line. So on the under bust line, you're marking 2 by the side. Okay, always remember 2 by the side. This is more like a princess cut. So you'll be cutting 2 inches. You'll be taking out 2 inches. We'll be taking out a total of 3 inches here, 3 inches that here, but 2 is going to be by the side. Why 1 inches will be by this middle, the center pattern, right? So I'm just going to cut out 2 here and then 1 inches here. That's a total of 3. I'll bring it down to this place. 2, 1, 3, something like that. 2, 1. Just stop and under bust. So as we have this now, you guys already know that we are not using this middle line anymore. This line is, we are going to be taking it off. It's just more like our that. So after that, this one now, I'm going to connect this to this place, and then this 1 inches as well, I'm going to connect it to this place as well. So I don't know if I should use my pen first because I forgot my stuff at the office. So let me just use my pen to get a good curve. Okay. This now, from this breast point line that the both of them are meeting, I'm now going to connect it to this middle line of the armhole that we had before, if you guys remember. So I'm connecting everything now to this middle line. So now this is what we already have the curve here, but we are not done. So the next thing we'll be doing is to come down. I'm actually taking this a bit, no, I'm not fast because I want you all to follow. So from this middle line that we have here, you're going to come down with 1 inches. Because if you not come down with 1 inches, after sewing here will be big. So you need to wrap it up so that it will not be big, it will hold firm. So come down with 1 inches here, and then you also go out with 1 inches. Inches. This 1 inches you're coming out with is going to help this side so that it will be the same length to this side when you're sewing it, because if you do not add it when you're now sewing it, it will, I don't know how to explain it, it will not be enough, it will not meet up with this one, this middle one, it might stop somewhere here. So you need to add up 1 inches to, so that when you're sewing it, the both of them can be at the same length. So 1 inches out, 1 inches down, 1 inches down from this middle point, and then 1 inches out from this straight line, not from the curvy one, not from the armhole, from this straight line that you have here, you go out with 1 inches. So now we are going to be connecting. I'm going to be this same thing I did here now, I'll redo it again on this line, the one under. So this is what we have. I'm also going to go ahead and take out this space here because it's going to help it wrap very well. So this one now is going to meet up with this, and then which means we are going to be reconnecting this armhole line. So this one we have now, this one is the one we'll be working with. When you're cutting, don't cut on this first one that we had. This one that is inside, the one we'll be using now is this one that is outside. Okay, we are basically done with the front pattern, although we are not fully done because okay, the neckline is not yet done. I'm still going to come down here on the neckline. I don't know if she wants it deep or not, but I think 3 inches here. Okay, I think 8 inches is enough. This is 3 inches for the neckline. Let's do 7 or 7.5. 7.5. So when you're sewing it will now enter 8 because you're still going to take out half an inch. Then by this side you can go in with half an inch so that it will be a total of 1 inches that is going out. So this for the neckline. Then for the down part as well, we're coming up with 7 inches or 7.5. You guys remember we have 1.5 inches here for sewing allowance. So from this 1.5 inches, I'm just going to come up with 6 inches. From that 1.5, I will come up with 6. This is just the 1.5 inches. I just marked it so that I will know where the 1.5 stopped. Then like this also, I'm going in with 1. So from there to here, I'll mark. Alright, so this is what we have for the front. I'm basically done with the front, but I'll still have to curve here, curve this line. But before then, let's draft the back pattern. I just hope you guys are seeing this, the back pattern. Just shift this thing and then draft the back pattern by this side of the pattern paper. Which means I'll be extending these lines. Okay. And you guys know that the front and the back is not usually the same length. The half length of the front and the back is not usually the same size. So right here now, I will be marking the chest line is the same, 9 inches, and then the half length because the back we are not using the breast point and the underbust at the back, so the back is going to be just the half length. After the chest line, that's 9 inches, the next line you'll be using is the half length, which is 16 inches. Half length for the back is 16, but we can actually use 15.5. But let me check my book. 16. So difference of 1 inch. Difference of 1 inches. Then her full length, as we said, is 24, but we'll be using 1.5 inches, that's a whole 25. So these lines now, I'll go ahead and mark them here, all the way here. 9 inches, 16, 25.5. So I'll just connect the lines. So that of the back is same thing with this one, but the half length has changed. The half length of the back and the front is not the same. It has a difference of 1 inches. Difference of 1 inches. So I'll be connecting this one as well. So now the next thing is to divide the shoulder by 2. You guys remember. So shoulder divided by 2 inches plus half is going to give us 8.5 plus half is 9. So this 8.5, I'm bringing it down here. 8.5. Connect the both of them together. And then you go down with 1 inches from there. Then the neckline of the back is going to be 3 inches at the vertical side. It's going to be 3 inches. Then the horizontal side is going to be 1 inches. But you can actually do 1.5 if you want to. If you want it a bit deep, or even 2 if you want it down. But I'll be doing just 1 inches down, and then the vertical line I'll be doing 3 inches. So now you go ahead and connect. Oh, I did not do the space for my zip allowance. I'll still do that in the fabric when I'm cutting on the fabric. So from this neckline here, I'm going to connect to this half length that I have here, just like this. Okay, you guys remember how we did on the front pattern? So find the middle point, and then you go in with 1/2 inch, and then at this other end you come out with 1. So like this. Now you go ahead and connect them together. So at the waistline now, I'm going to divide. We have 8.2. Then her bust, I didn't even 10.1. I'm dividing the body circumference, and her hip 11.75. That's 43, right? 47. 11.75. So from this waist, I'm going to connect to this chest line. So right here now you can see that the back pattern and the front pattern they are almost done, but we are not fully done because we'll be taking out um some things here to avoid zip loss. Okay, because she'll be closing it with the zip after tying it. So we have a difference of 1 inches here. We'll be taking it out. I actually want to do more than 1 inches. So what I'll do now is 0.75, 0.75. That will be 1.5 inches. 0.75, that's 2 inches after the half inches. This is the half inches. So this middle one that is not so tall is the half inches. So after that half inches, two numbers after the half inches, that's 0.75. That's what I'll be marking at the upper part of this line and also at the down part of the line. That's a total of 1.5 inches. So from there now I'll connect it to this edge. So this is also a dart that we removed. Okay, so this is also a dart. Any other darts that we are going to be doing, of course we are going to be putting the straight dart. Okay, this one is the normal invisible dart which people will not see, but we'll still be putting the normal dart that will be starting from 9 inches and then probably to stop around 19 inches. That's more like an half dart. Okay, we'll still be adding it. It's going to be going straight. That will be when I'm sewing the clothes. That's when I'll be adding that one. All right, but now we're just removing these ones. So I'm going to cut this thing out, the back pattern. So at this place now, I don't know how to do it, but I'll just divide it in the middle. Oh my, I didn't come with my gum and no pin as well. Because right now I need to open up this place. Let's open this up and then put it right back. Let me know if I can get super glue to hold this together, because I need to hold it together like this. So if you can, you should just remove this half, remove this other half, and then join the both of them together like this. It's already out. So let's put it back. like this. But if you have any pin, you can just go ahead and use your pin. Let me know if this super glue is going to work out. I just hope it doesn't dry up real soon. Yes, yes. Okay, so we'll be using this. Thank God we have super glue. So go ahead and cut out just the back. You guys remember we did this thing now because of the zip lock, so that it doesn't have any, so that we don't end up having zip locks at the back of your top when you're done sewing. So you have to remove 1 inch allowance. It's more than 1 inch. What I removed is actually 3 inches, 1.5 inches allowance. That's what I removed. So when you look at this now, you'll notice that it went in. This place went in. I've not added zip allowance to this thing. Hope you guys know. So because we removed 1.5 inches here, we are going to be removing it at the upper parts because currently they are not the same length anymore. I'll just have to redraft this top so that this down part can still come out straight, but that will be on the main, on the fabric, when I'm cutting on the fabric. So I'm just going to draft that one. I'm writing it back pattern. So for the front now, I'm also going to go ahead and cut. You guys remember we've not added any allowance here. We'll be needing like 5 or 5.5 inches allowance. So you all should be watchful and see how I'm cutting this down part, the front part I mean. You guys remember the 1 inches we added here, so don't just cut it off. Remember it. This is the front. Right, this is the back. So for the front and the back, both of them, we are almost done here. So now I want to connect this thing, the back. The back is already 25.5, while the front, both of them are the same. We use the same length, so I'll be coming up because when you look at that style, when you look at it, it went up a bit like this. So I'll be coming up with 4 inches is okay. 4 inches is okay for the side. Same thing with this. For the back, I think the back should just go straight. So if I cut this thing straight now, it's going to affect me when sewing. I'm just going to, I'll not be cutting it straight. Rather, I'll fold this, that, because on the norms I'm meant to cut out this thing. I want to fold this line I have here. So fold this line and connect it to this one. I'll not be using super glue to hold it, please, because I'll still have to open it up and cut. So this is what we have here. I'm also going to do that on the back. The same. So the same 4 inches I also mark on the back because both of them should be the same length. So the back, you can either choose to make it straight or make it slant. Anyone you want to do. But me, I want mine to go down a bit. So which means these two sides, this side and this side, when you're sewing, both of them should be able to meet. Okay, both of them should meet. You're now going to go ahead. Now you can see that this one stopped here, while this one came down a bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish up with the cutting before you can start cutting on the main fabric. this is for the back. And currently the full length of the back is more like 23 inches. It's sure, but it's okay. So for this one, we're going to open it up. I told you guys we'll be removing this dart and this other dart. If you still remember when I said that. So right here now, I'll be removing this. So if you're wondering what would be doing with this, because there's no space in it, we'll still be adding allowance. We've not added any allowance. Even these 3 inches that we removed here, we'll still be adding it back by the side, because this is the side of the bust. So we'll still be adding all the allowance by the side when I'm cutting on the fabric. Alright, so don't panic. Side from so here, this is the side front. Why this is the middle front? Okay, so this is what we have: side front, middle front, and then the back pattern. So with this now, I've not added any allowance, and even this back self, I'm still going to add zip allowance at the back, and also the allowance for sewing. So that will be what I'll be doing now. Let me get the fabric. So I'll just go ahead and put on the fabric, and after putting on the fabric, I'll be done with this tutorial. I'm not going to do the sleeve because it's already getting late, because I'm still going to have a long day tomorrow. A sweet long day. Oh my god. Okay, I'm done with these scissors. I need to get another scissors. So I'm just checking the front and the back of the fabric. This is a crepe fabric, if you don't know, and this is actually a thick crepe fabric. In crepe fabric, there are ones that are hairy. Okay, once you get it, it's hairy. With time, it will start having hair. But this one, I don't know how to explain it. ones that are hairy are very stretchy. Yeah, they are very stretchy. This one is not so stretchy, but these ones that are not hairy, they are not so stretchy. But the ones that are hairy is also thick crepe, but it's hairy. It's more stretchy than this one. So I'm just taking out my time to explain to you guys all these things. So that when you get to the market, someone will not shit you out there and then sell the hairy one to you in place of this one. This fabric doesn't want to stay at a place. I think I should cut the back first. So now this is the back, our back. Oh. So on this breast point 9, I'm adding 2 inches at the back. That will be chest line. Add 2 inches at the back. On the waist of it, add another 2 inches. And then at this place, another 2 inches. So you go ahead and connect all of them together. I want to get my cutting scissors. My phone is getting low. Alright. So I've added the allowance. You can see it here. I've added the allowance here. I'm just going to go ahead and connect them back. The waist and then the breast. Just like this. So the next thing I'll be doing here, I want to check if everything is still the same way. 2 inches, 2 inches, and then 2 inches. Okay, so the zip allowance that we'll be adding is actually just 1 inches. It should be 1 inches all the way down, but we can't do 1 inches all the way down because we don't need too much space at the zip allowance. So while cutting, I'm going to take out inches. Let me just stand. here, I'm not taking all the 1 inches. Once you get to the half length, you come close to it and then start extending your hand out again. So this is what we have for the zip allowance. Let me cut this ones out. So I'm going to give a notch here. So this for the back. Now I'll go ahead and draft the front, middle of the front. So for the middle of the front, we actually will not be adding any allowance. At the middle of the front, no allowance at all. Oh my, this thing keeps drawing. So this is for the front. I'm also going to take out some inches here as well. So the center front is also done. Let me go ahead and cut the side of the front. ones here. Just shaking. To give. So here I'll be adding just 5.5 inches all through, 5.5 here. But on this place I'll be adding just 3.5. Remember to curve this thing like this. I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm doing, because this place is the place that will be meeting the back and not here, so you have to recurve it. So now I'll just go ahead and start cutting. But on this other side, I do not add any allowance here, if you notice. Okay, so currently we are done. This is the side of the front. This is the middle of the front. And bring it down. And then this is the back. So I am basically done now. Thank you guys for watching. I'm just going to place it correctly. So this is what I have here, the back with the dots and everything, with the sewing allowance, the side with the sewing allowance as well, and then this is the middle of the front. Okay, so thank you all, see you in my next tutorial. Bye. Good night, sleep tight. It's almost, it's 12 already.